Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Look what I have in my makeup loving hands. These are brand new, hot off the press, Violette FR eyeshadows. These are the Plume eyeshadows. They are a gorgeous cream to powder eyeshadows to give you a soft, beautiful effect on your makeup loving eyelids. I picked up 6 out of the 8 shades to show you, to swatch for you, to demo for you, all those things. And I'm going to let you know which shades are my personal favorite and if I think the formula is worth it. So if that sounds like fun to you, please stick around and let's get this party started. So there are just some makeup brands that excite me whenever they release something new, and Violette FR certainly is one of them. So I'm so excited to try these. Aren't these beautiful? Look at this. Oh, they're just so stunning. And I love that you can kind of see the color through here, but not 100%. Look at that beautiful, like, iridescent shift, the blue, the yellow. These are beautiful. And I love how portable these are. These you could just throw in your purse so easy. And here's the packaging. The technical name for these are the Plume Eyeshadow. And I'm guessing it's to go with the Plume Lip. I don't have that on right now. I have a different Violette FR product on my lips right now. My makeup loving lips, I should say. And I have the shade Volet de Rouge. No. Rose Latte. Rose Latte is the shade. It's a sheer matte lipstick, very hydrating on the lips. I have to say, these Plume lips are some of my favorite lip products ever. And these are from Violette FR. I'll link the 2 shades that I have down below. I could try to pronounce them for you, but no, not pronouncing that one. Okay. And the next one is Mon Chéri. That one I can pronounce, but I will link both of these down below. But this is a beautiful formula, and so are the Bisou Bombs. These are all gorgeous products. That's why I'm so excited to try these from Violette FR. So let's swatch them together. I'm going to try to pronounce the names correctly, but I can assure you that I will mess something up. So please have some grace for me as I try to pronounce these beautiful names. Okay. So let's go with the lightest one first. Lait au Café. Now I did look up how to pronounce Lait. So let's show you this. That's the label. And this is the shade, and I just did nick my nail in there. So let's see. So I did not try these on my makeup loving lids just yet. I wanted to give you my true first impression. I did cheat a little bit, and I asked my mom to try this on, this shade in particular. It is stunning on her. She loves it. She agreed. It's great for mature eyes. It just has a beautiful, like a balm, not even a balm. It's like a sheer, like almost nothing when you feel it. It feels like nothing on your skin, but it's completely buildable. So this is like 2 or 3 swipes of that. And this is just supposed to be a sheer wash of color on the eyes. Nothing too dramatic, but I do love how you can build that up. That's a beautiful base shade. I love this. Okay. So that is Lait au Café. And for all my French-speaking watchers, my French connoisseurs, I admire you, I respect you, and I hope I'm not embarrassing myself too much with the pronunciation of these names. Okay. So the next shade in this little lineup, and I did pick up 6 shades, I should have mentioned that. This is Bronze d'Or. Look at that packaging, so pretty. Okay. Ooh. That is pretty. Please excuse my nail. I had to put a lot of nail glue on because my nail's popping off, so please excuse that. So I'm going to do the same amount of swipes per swatch. Okay, so as you can see, this first shade is a much more warm tone. The bronze is more of a true bronze, more of a deeper brown undertone. But these are going to pair beautifully together. So now we're going to go to, let's see. This is, Ambre Fumé. Fumé? Fume. I was overcomplicating it. Fume. So it's Ambre Fume. Ooh, this is going to be pretty. Oh, it's so creamy. Oh. This has got more of like a putty texture. You see how I indented that with my finger? Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. Well, that's nice. Okay. So that's the Ambre Fume. Not Fumé. Fume. So if you're ever at a dinner party and someone comes up to you and says, how do you pronounce Fumé? Or you have to correct someone at a dinner party, you have me to thank now. You just say, Courtney B. Luxe taught me the correct pronunciation of fume. You know, I like Fumé better. Okay, so very similar in tone. And again, this is a cream to powder formula. It's supposed to provide a very like light sheer wash of color on the lids. But I have to say, these are pretty buildable. I'm pleasantly surprised because I was a little bit concerned that they wouldn't be buildable enough, but they look pretty buildable. And that's good. So as you can see, these are very similar in tone. I wish there was a little bit more variety. I do have 2 other shades that are purple, pink leaning, but in the line, a lot of the shades are this color story, but maybe she will release more shades as the line continues. I hope, because this looks like a beautiful formula. All right. I did get these beautiful pink orchid shades. I'm so excited to try these. So this is, oh gosh, how do I pronounce this? I got to go back to Google Translate. Hold on. Pluie Violette. She's beautiful. All right. I'm going to swatch it. Okay, so a little bit more sheer. But what a pretty color for the spring. I would love to see this formula in like an olive tone. That would be beautiful. There are a couple of shades that I didn't pick up. I believe there's 2 more shades that I didn't pick up. Yeah, there are 8 shades in the line. I picked up 6. So I wish there was like a blue undertone or something or green. But like I said, maybe she will release more as it continues. Ooh, this is, oh. Okay, I can pronounce the second word. Céleste. Hold, please. My gosh, it's more complicated than I expected. Orchidée.
Orchidée.
Orchidée. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly. I'm telling you though, if you haven't taken French in school, like I didn't, if you want to learn French, start making beauty content on YouTube because your French skills will hopefully improve. Mine, getting there. Believe me, you will learn a lot more French words than if you were to start like a gardening channel or home improvement channel. Start a makeup channel, my friends, and your French pronunciation will expand exponentially. And I already forgot how to pronounce the word orchidée, orchidée, orchidée. If you're French speaking, please lower the volume. I'm so sorry. Hold, please. Orchidée. Céleste. That's a pretty shade, even though I can't pronounce it. Okay. Oh, that's just one swipe. This almost, like I said, it has like a putty texture. Like if you put your finger in it, the shimmery ones, you will get that little bouncy texture, which I like. Oh, this is going to be a pretty combination. We should end with that maybe? I don't know. What do we think of that? Okay. So we get to the point in the video where I try to remember all of the shades without looking at them. The fact that these were so hard for me to pronounce, it's going to be interesting to see if I can remember. Well, let's give it a go. Okay. Lait au Café. Bronze something. Okay. If these were in English, I probably could do it. I only got past the first one. So we're going to look up the names. That's what we're going to do. Okay. We're going to do that. And you're going to not hold it against me that I wasn't able to do that this time. I always try to do this as a challenge in my videos to get the swatches in the right order without looking at the names. But we're going to give me a little grace today and we're going to look at the names. So let's look at them together. Lait au Café. Bronze d'Or. Ambre. Fumé. Bois Brûlé. Pluie Violette. And Orchidée Céleste. Okay, so if you are speaking French, you can now put your volume back up because we're going to try to not pronounce these names again so that I don't embarrass myself on the World Wide Web. Okay, great. Let's go. All right, so we're going to prime the eyelids quickly with Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. And I think I'm going to do one look on each eye and then one final look because I am trying to get this video out to you as quickly as possible. And plus, looking at these shades, I think they're really meant to be one and dones or two and dones. And I don't want to overcomplicate it because this is supposed to be French. It's supposed to be subtle. It's supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be ooh la la. Okay. So let's get these on our makeup loving eyes. We're going to start with Lait au Café. This one I want to apply with my makeup loving finger just to see how that goes. Oh, that's creamy. Oh, that's so creamy. Oh, that's so creamy. I love this. You know that if I'm whispering about a makeup product, I really love it. I love it. Oh my gosh. That is creamy. Look at that. It's like her lip products, right? The Violette FR lip products. They just create this beautiful beautiful like sheen on the lips. Not even a sheen, just a veil. A perfecting veil on the lips. That's what this is like on the eyes. Let me get up close and personal so you can see. You see how creamy this is? Okay, Violette, I see what you did there. Good job. All right. That is a perfect one and done shade. Like I can totally see myself using this. Oh, that's beautiful. So easy to use. And like I said, what I love about these is you just throw this in your purse, in your travel bag, your suitcase. You're good to go. Beautiful. Now on her website, she did have all of the shades lined up in a row on one of the pictures. I'm going to try to pair each shade with the one that was next to it, just because I think they go together well. Taking a Nuclear Rose brush, this is the N13 brush, BK Beauty, and just putting that into the crease in the outer corner. And I may go back in with my finger to get more of the shimmer effect. Oh, I love these. I don't want to be dramatic, but these are beautiful. Look how perfecting this is on the eye. Okay, I'm making a petition right now for Violette FR to release even more color stories in this formula because I could tell this is going to be on repeat for me. How beautiful that is. Just if you love a good neutral eye, I'm just taking this with my makeup loving finger, just applying that shimmer in the corner there. This is beautiful. Okay, look up close. This is not a Danessa Myricks in your face shimmer shade, right? But it just adds a little hint of sparkle where you need it. And this would probably be beautiful all over the eye too, without that base shade. Stunning. 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 Beautiful. How perfecting this is. This is gorgeous. And I feel like this formula is good for hooded eyes. Hello? Because it is so creamy and smooth. You can just bring it up above that crease line and it just looks so natural and diffused. That true cream to powder formula. Oh, she's stunning. So again, this side was the combination of Lait au Café and Bronze d'Or. That's the combination for this side. Okay. So now we're going to do Ambre Fumé and Bois Brûlé, or should we end with that? That's what I'm wondering. No, let's go with it. Let's go with it. Okay. So eyelids are primed. Taking a Refer number 15 brush. So I'm just taking this and putting it into the outer corner. Obviously, if you want more pigment, you would use your makeup loving fingers. So as you can see, it's pulling a little bit similar to this side. This shade, though, compared to the Bois Brûlé, I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly. It's pulling a little bit more cool tone than the Bronze d'Or. So I would say if you're deciding between those two shades, that's the main difference because they're pretty similar in tone, except this is pulling a little bit cooler. So if you didn't want that warmer tone, that might be a beautiful shade. But you see how I didn't put anything here yet, and it looks like a complete look, right? See? Beautiful. Now we're going to apply the Ambre Fumé, and then I'm going to use my fingers. Okay, so definitely more of a bold tone. So pretty. And just taking a brush and kind of just puffing it out over here. That's pretty. So the difference in these 4 shades, like I said, it's very subtle. So do I think you need all 4 shades? No. I think you would probably choose between these 2 shades right here. This shade is a very good base shade. This shade right here is definitely more of a bold, not orangey tone, but maybe terracotta is the right way to describe it. But I also think any of these shades would honestly be very good one and done shades. I don't think you need 2 of them for a look, but I think you can do 2 of them for a look, but I don't think you have to, which is the beauty of them. I'm just taking a clean brush and buffing those out. I just think these are so good for mature eyelids because they're so perfecting. They're so creamy, so smooth. Now, obviously, I can't tell you about wear time since this is not a wear test. Do I think it's going to be the most long-lasting eyeshadow in the world, like a Danessa Myricks? Probably not. But I do think that Violette FR makes excellent, excellent products, and I can tell that this is just settling onto my eyelids beautifully. So I do think it'll be somewhat long lasting. I just don't think it'll be like 12-hour wear. But the beauty of these shadows are they're so portable. You could throw one in your purse or in your travel bag, like I said, and just, freshen up if need be. So these are the two looks up close and personal. What do we think? I think the formula is beautiful. Do I think, like I said, you need all four of these? No, they're too similar. But I think that this is a beautiful base shade. I think right here, the Bronze d'Or shade is gorgeous. And I do really like the Ambre Fume. This shade here I do like, but if I had to pick a favorite, I probably would go with one of these. Probably this one right here. Out of like these two, I think they're too similar. They're very, very similar. And also, I think this would be beautiful under the eye. We'll try to do that with the other look. I'm not going to do it right now just because I'm taking these off. And it'll be all smearing and everything. You don't need to see that. I don't need to see that. No one wants to see that. It's not flattering. It's not good. It's not the whole Courtney B. Luxe type look that I'm going for, chic, right? No, but in all honesty, it's just going to be a mess to clean up if I do that. So I will do that with the final look. So let me take this off my makeup loving eyes, and then we will move into this beautiful color story right here. I cannot wait. So I have reprimed my makeup loving eyelids. Just going to fix my blush up a little bit. I'll put my makeup down below, but I have on Dior foundation. I have a combination of blushes on. This Dolce & Gabbana blush. This is the Demure Rose shade of the Cherry Glaze bar. I recently tried this formula. Absolutely love it. I've also been loving this new Ciel blush that I picked up. It's the shade Crush. It's just such a fun, like, peachy shade. I've been into more peachy shades for some reason lately. Coral, peachy, things like that. I also have the Hung Van Gogh, the bronzer contour balm that he came out with recently in the lightest shade because I've been using the second shade, but now I bought the lightest shade because I love the formula so much. So a little bit of a softer, bronzy effect for this video. And we're going to moisturize our hands. I did pick up the Christian Dior Le Baume for the hands, body, and lips. This is limited edition. I have a feeling it will sell out soon, so don't wait to pick it up in case you're interested. I'll link it down below. And I did post a video the other day, and I asked all of you lovely people, my lovely subscribers and viewers, if I should pick up number 3, because I picked up the lilac one, the coral one. There's also a beautiful pink cream, limited edition cream that they came out with. So I was like, should I really buy it? Tell me I need to buy it. Tell me I don't need to buy it. A lot of you told me to buy it, so I bought it. So stay tuned for that. Thank you for influencing me. I appreciate it. And for enabling me, I should say. Okay, so hands are all moisturized. And now we're going to make a plume look. We're going to first go in with this beautiful shade right here, the Pluie Violette. And you'll get to see how this looks as a one and done. Oh, she's pretty. Oh, stunning. Beautiful. Okay. And I also forgot to show you the beautiful tissue paper that this came in. It has all French words on it. I wish I knew what any of these meant. I mean, I know amour. Not that I have it, but I know what it is. I've known in the past. But it has these beautiful French sayings. So I just thought that was a lovely touch. Back to business. So that is, oh, that's gorgeous. Now that I'm looking at it, that's a beautiful shade. See, I wish they would come out with more shades like this that are colors instead of warm tones and, browns and stuff like that. So I hope that she comes out with more of these. Can you imagine this formula in a beautiful olive shade or blue shade? Stunning. That would be beautiful. Okay. So now you're seeing how this looks. Again, just look at how perfecting it is on the lid. So nice. Okay. And then we're going to go on the other side and do the same thing. So you could do a sheer wash like that. I just want to show you the difference. So that's just one swipe, kind of just make it even. So one swipe and 2 or 3. So you don't have to build it up, but you can. So that's the beauty of a versatile product like this. Oh, she's pretty. I love this. I do. So now let's get the last shade. I'm sad that this is coming to an end because I've been having so much fun with these. I feel like I want to pick up the other 2 shades. There's one like silver shade that looks really beautiful. I want to pick that up. I don't need it, but I want it. I did this one already. Why am I confusing myself? Okay, I found it. Okay. This is the orchid shade. Can we call it that? Orchidée. Hold on, I'll go back to Google Translate. Orchidée Céleste. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing this right, but let's go in with it. So let's see. I'm going to use my finger. That's pretty. That's just a beautiful hint of dimension. And just taking a brush, just applying a little bit more and going above the crease slightly. So if you have hooded eyes, it's a good way to increase your eyeshadow real estate, to go above the crease like that. And with a formula like this, it's really easy to do that. So pretty. I have to say, I think a lot of these, for the most part, are best off as one and done shades. Like this shade right here, this light purple one, this is beautiful on its own. I don't think you need anything else. I'm going to put a little bit more just to build that up again. But I really think the beauty of this, not only in the way it looks on the eyelid, but the way you could just wear these as one and dones. They're gorgeous. So I'm going to try to use the, let's call it the Orchid shade. Let's call it that. Just for like a little diffused eyeliner look. Yeah, that's pretty. See? It's not too dramatic. Try not to poke myself in the eye. That's pretty. I like that. Isn't that pretty? I like this. This is such a fun combination, though. I love this color story. Violette, if you're listening, I'm sure you're not, but if you are, please make more color stories. I will buy them because the formula is exceptionally beautiful. Again, I can't tell you about longevity, but the way it applies, the way it sits on the lid, it's absolutely stunning. Look at that. Really beautiful. Gorgeous. Love it. So I'm going to throw on a little bit of eyeliner on top and mascara off camera, and then I'll be right back to give you my final thoughts. All right, so let's look at the completed look together. I just threw on some Rare Beauty mascara and eyeliner, and I changed out my lip. I put on the Plume lip in the shade that I cannot pronounce. I will link it down below, but that's the shade. Isn't it pretty? I love the Plume lips. I just love them. I think it's such a beautiful formula. It's long-lasting. It just makes your lips look perfected. Gorgeous. Not that my lips weren't already perfect, but might as well perfect perfection, right? Like it. All right, let's get up close and personal so we can see the final look. I am in love with this formula. I will buy other shades as soon as she releases them. I cannot wait to incorporate these into my everyday life. I think this purple color story is gorgeous. I think both shades are beautiful. If I had to pick an absolute favorite, it would be the first one, the Pluie Violette. This one. Please get this shade. This is so fun for spring and summer. Gorgeous. The other shade that we did with it, it's gorgeous too, but this shade I feel like is a special shade. And then I think this Lait au Café is a beautiful base shade, universally a good shade. I also do love this Ambre shade. It's gorgeous. Out of the other two remaining ones, like I said, I think they're far too similar to get both. If I had to go with one out of these two shades, I would go with the Bronze d'Or. They don't look that similar in the pan, but once you have them on your Makeup Loving eyes, they do look somewhat similar, but you can't go wrong with any of these, in all honesty. They're all beautiful on their own, and they also pair together so well. I am so excited that I got to try this formula, and that I have these in my Makeup Loving collection and my Makeup Loving life. These are beautiful. I will get so much use out of them, and I do highly recommend them. I will have to let you know about wear time, things like that, but first impressions, they're gorgeous. Violette FR does have more bold eyeshadows. She has some liquid eyeshadows. I have one of them. It's extremely long wearing. It's beautiful. It's bold. These are a different look. These are just a soft cream to powder formula that's just a blush, a veil of color on your lids that you can build up for sure. But if you don't want that heavy look for the day, these are an absolutely beautiful option. And I do recommend them. And I'm so excited to keep playing around with them. And also I should mention, on the Violette FR website, she does have bundles. So you can buy 2 shades and you can customize the set. You don't have to go with any, like preset set. You get to decide what you want. Or you can get 3 and you get 10% off if you do a bundle. So I will link all that information down below. That's what I did. I bought bundles. So I would highly recommend this formula. I will put all the information down below. And I want to know what you think. What do you think of the different colors we tried? What do you think of how the formula looks? Are you interested in these? I want to hear all the things. Let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know if you have any questions. And even if you have nothing to say about the formula or any questions, just say hi in the comments down below. Let me know that you stopped by. I love to hear from you guys. I appreciate your time. I know we all have very busy lives. So the fact that you choose to spend any part of your day with me, I could not thank you more. It means the world to me, and I appreciate you. I appreciate your kindness and your support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.